not missed the pocket yet. His first game against Harahan, every ball in the pocket. His second game against Hardwick has 107 in the fifth, working on a 200 game, has still not missed the pocket. Leading by 6 pins. Both players have completed 6 frames. A pin a frame.
Strike in the 7th. Gresham. Mashall Holman giving it all, his all at those 10 pins.
Youngest player to ever make the top 5 in the Firestone, Chris, and he's performing well.
18 through 20, Bo.
18 through 20, Barry Asher, who finished second last year, Durbin, a former champion, and John Wilcox, the lefty in the finals. Dave Davis, defending champion. Paul Caldwell right up there again this week. Wayne Zahn, who won this tournament in 1966, and Jay Robinson rounding out the top 24 field.
Now Billy Hardwick shooting in the 7th, the spare up. A 4.
Billy does not have his tempo. You can see the difference if you watch the show last week. Billy was a little faster on the approach, a little more speed on the backswing. The two fellows, one of them, Hardwick, when he wants a strike, will shorten his backswing and start to aim it. That's good for his style. Mashall Holman, when he needs them, will speed everything up and go with the power. Both players doing their best that their game calls for. More than one way to skin a cat, and they're trying to skin it for $25,000.
Hardwick marks with a spare in the 7th frame of this final game in the Tournament of Champions. Winner 25, the loser 14,000. Later today, ABC's Wide World of Sports, Wood Memorial Live from Aqueduct. Soviet Union Gymnastics, an interview with Muhammad Ali. Then third round coverage of the Tournament of Champions, great PGA Tour event.
Players taking extra time, Chris, to make sure that hand is dry. That's what Hardwick's doing right now. It's very warm in here. It's 80 degrees outside. It must be 90 degrees in there on the lanes. Making sure that that ball does not slip.
Hardwick strike in the 8th frame, giving him 140 through the 7th. 7 pins separating these two in this final game.
Important shot for young Mashall Holman. He has the lead, and he has the advantage with a strike up. He has a 7-pin lead. He can extend it to 17. If he does not strike here, he'll have given a reprieve to one of the great players of the bowling game sitting there on the bench, and you just cannot give Hardwick much room.
Leaving the bucket on the right lane, 2, 4, 5, 8.
Mashall shaking his thumb, but the shot was bad in his swing. Very seldom do you ever see this player cut one short or try to aim one. That time he tried to aim it. He was trying to play Hardwick's game. He must cut it loose. Needs a spare to stay ahead.
Gets it.
His power saved him there, Chris. With a not quite as strong a ball, he would have never driven that 8-pin out. The ball just got a piece of it. Still has a 7-pin lead coming up in the key 9th frame. This match, as the Firestone did last year, is going right to the 10th frame when Dave Davis threw that memorial double, memorable double, to defeat Barry Asher. Perspiration coming down, trying to keep the thumb cool.
A 10-pin on the left lane.
Mashall kind of getting a little anxious, showing inexperience right now, Chris, is he shouldn't be bashful to do that, but the ball, he's actually double dribbled that ball. The ball hit on the approach before it released from his hand, the reason he left the 10-pin.
The end of our 15th year of Professional Bowlers Association competition here on the ABC as Mashall Holman marks for the spare. And having been the host of that length of time, I'm really proud to give credit to men behind the scenes that really do it all. Like our executive producer, Roone Arledge, our producer, Bob Goodrich, our directors, Roger Goodman, who's directing today, and also Pat on the back to Jim Jeanette. Technical Director Bob Bernthal, our Associate Director, who helps us so much up here, Jeff Cohan. Engineering Supervisor Bob Armbruster. Unit Managers Gene Rinklin and Murray Schwartz. Assistant to the producer William Wallace. And our Lighting Director, who was given an honor today, a lifetime honorary member of the PBA, Tony Azzolino.
For the first time in the match, near the end, Hardwick can take a lead with a strike. Going to give it his best shot.
Almost crossing over, leaving the 3 on the right lane.
Chris, if Hardwick makes this spare, he needs a double in the 10th to make Holman mark. This is not a classic match by any means, but the pressure, $25,000. It is there. Hardwick just aiming a little bit. You can kind of see him directing it with his hand. A bowler cannot aim a ball. You must free swing it.
Billy Hardwick covers that 3-pin, and in the coverage of our Professional Bowlers Tour telecasts, our lighting assistants, John Weiss and Max Crouch, and audio, so important, Jack Brandis, audio assistant Sonny DeRico, the cameramen, what a job they do, Jack Cronin, Roy Hutchings, Bob Lopes, and Frank Melchiori, the slow-mo expert, George Botcher Jr., video, Martin Sandberg, electronic graphics, Steve Shine and Dave White, maintenance, Jack Holt. We salute them. Billy Hardwick leaving the 4-7 on the left lane, shooting in the 10th frame, giving him 178 through the 9th.
Hardwick needs a spare to make Mashall Holman mark to be the new Firestone Tournament of Champions champion, the youngest ever, 21 years old. If Hardwick opens, Holman wins sitting down. Billy with the spare and a strike will shoot 198, will force Mashall Holman to mark. Count is immaterial at this point. Last week, Hardwick in the clutch at the Monroe-Matic in Toledo threw a double in the 10th. He won the tournament. This week, he was a little high, but it's not over yet.
So it's a 198 for the first Tournament of Champion winner, Billy Hardwick. And first time in this, the most prestigious of bowling events, Mashall Holman, a chance to win $25,000.
All he needs, Chris, is one mark. The biggest ball of his young life. Can be the youngest ever to win the Firestone Tournament of Champions.
Leaving the 4-7.
He almost threw it away, Chris. He just cranked it too much, cut it short, and almost left the 4-7-10. He still needs this spare. Needs this spare and a 5-pin count. The 5-pin count is almost automatic, and you would think the 4-7 is almost automatic. But here at Firestone, many strange things have happened.
Gets the spare. Mashall Holman, first time ever in this great championship. At this point now in a field that started with 52 winners, he needs 5 pins.
A dejected Billy Hardwick, he knows that Holman will get 5 pins.
Crossing over and getting 9. And there is a winner of $25,000 with a 203 to 198. Imagine that. The first time starter at 203 to the great champion Billy Hardwick's 198. Mashall Holman, congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Chris. I am just completely, well, I don't even know what to say. I'm just so happy and scared and glad it's over. I'd just like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank Firestone for putting on such a fantastic tournament. It's my first time at Firestone. It was just fabulous. It was great all week. And the reporters were great. Everything was great.
We're not going to ask you what you'll do for an encore, but here's the president of the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company, Dick Riley, with a couple of spoils of victory.
And for a scared man, you sure react nicely. Congratulations. Come back again.
Dick Raleigh now handing this young man, 21 years old, $25,000 and this beautiful trophy. Happy holidays, young man.
Oh, why, thank you.
I know you go back to Medford, a very happy 21-year-old.
Oh, I certainly will. I'm really looking forward to going home.
Dick, thanks to you and your great company for again winding up this tour. You're the finest. Dick Raleigh, Firestone. Once again, the final score. The final match, Mashall Holman 203, Billy Hardwick 198. Travel arrangements made through a promotional fee paid by United Airlines. United featuring Royal Hawaiian service on more wide-body 747s to Hawaii.